Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. So today's video might not be super interesting for you guys. It's more so for myself. It's everything that I want to change in my garden for next year. A lot of these changes I want to do in the spring. It involves transplanting, dividing, moving things around. And while I've done a ton of transplanting in the summertime, and it's always worked out great and the plants recover, I just feel like I want to wait until the spring when things are just starting to emerge from the soil and wake up from dormancy. So let me get started. There's stuff in like almost every single bed that I want to change and move around, and I know if I don't make this video come springtime, I'll be like, what did I want to do? So let's get started. So for the most part, looking along the driveway, it looks pretty good. I do have some tools out down there. What I want to change is, you can see all these Heliopsis down there, and it looks gorgeous. Those are all self-seeded. I did not plant one of those Heliopsis. I want to dig all those up and transplant them. I want to pop them behind. I have some Bobo hydrangeas. You can see they're just starting to bloom. Bobo. I want to pop all the Heliopsis but behind the Bobo hydrangeas, but in front of the hydrangea standards. And this is a work in progress. Maybe I shouldn't even be showing you this. Oh, it's embarrassing. So I'm working on extending the bed. I've had cardboard here for like 2 months. I just need to suck it up and put mulch on it. I don't know why I can't get my act together to get mulch. But you can see all the Heliopsis. I want to pop it back there. And the reason why I want to wait, one, Heliopsis, it's blooming, it's looking gorgeous, but they are drama queens. Drama queens. Whenever I transplant Heliopsis, it wilts like no other, and it lets you know that it is extremely unhappy. So I'm going to let it bloom, I'm going to let it do its thing, but you can see they're coming up in all the, like, completely surrounded my lily there. They're coming up in the middle of things, coming up in the middle of my, it's not in the middle, but very close to my turtle head there. So anyways, that's the plan. I'm gonna bump it all back to that space. Same with the ones down there. I'm doing no dig, no till, like I mentioned. So I have cardboard in the back, and I'm also kind of putting cardboard down in the front. And like I said, I just need to get my act together. I don't know what's so hard, but apparently I can't get it done. I also have like 5 kids in the house, 7 if you count our dogs. I'm a little busy. This bed here needs some help. It has a ton of spring color. Right now it's lacking. I do have some mums here, which is providing like the late summer, early fall interest. I have a couple echinacea, but besides that, it needs more. So I'm not quite sure what I'll change in here, but it needs more. All right, here is my shade bed. I need to do some pruning. I need to limb up these branches here. I have some pulmonaria lungwort, and this might be something that I do now, like very soon. Divide that. So there's a rule of thumb. I've heard that if your perennial blooms in the early spring, like pulmonaria does, then you divide it end of summer, early fall. But you just have to be careful, you know, that you give it enough time to kind of reroot in before winter time, before the ground really freezes. So I want to divide that soon. And then if you have perennials that bloom later in the year, so like echinacea, rudbeckia, phlox, they bloom later in the year, then you divide them in the springtime. That's the rule of thumb I heard. Technically, I think you can do it anytime. The plant might suffer. I don't know if I want to say suffer, but you know, it might not bloom as well. So I want to divide those and eventually just have like a row of lungwort going all along the edges here. And I did have a heuchera there, but it didn't come back. So we'll just fill it in. We'll fill it in. All right, the next bed that I'm showing you is part of my little dirty garden secrets. No, I said that wrong. It's part of my dirty little garden secrets. It's a work in progress. No judging, please. You'll probably see that in the next video coming out of the finished product, but it looks rough. All right, this bed here, it looks so much better than it did earlier. I'm working on it. I have this Ritro Echinops here. It's beautiful for cut flowers. The bees absolutely love it. As you can see, there's a bee, sorry guys, bee. They love it. This center bloom's pretty much done. I hate the foliage. I know hate's a strong word. I feel bad using it. I strongly dislike the foliage. I planted a bearded iris here trying to like hide the foliage. I still don't like it here. I don't want to completely get rid of this out of my garden. I just don't like it here. So I want to move this to a different spot. Maybe where I showed you where I'm going to plant all the heliopsis, maybe that would be really pretty mixed in with the heliopsis, the blue and the yellows mixed together. So I might move it back over there, and then you can't really see the foliage back there either. So that's that plan. And moving over here, I absolutely love this bed. Honestly, it's probably one of my favorites in the garden. Absolutely glorious. Look at these. Oh, if you don't have serendipity alliums, get them. Get them. Can you just see all the bees? Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Okay, so what happened here? I have some turtle heads here, and I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, when I planted it, I thought they were only supposed to get like 10 to 12 inches tall. Yeah, they're 3 feet tall. I mean, this comes up to my hip. Tall. And behind there, I have some, what is it? Violet Riot Salvia. They're kind of just all speckled around there. And you couldn't really see them blooming unless from certain angles you could see it. And I want to move those forward more. I don't really want to move the turtle head. I don't know. I might. I could do a couple options. I could move the salvia forward and move the turtle heads back and just flip-flop. That's an option. But then over here, again, this is Goldstrom Rebecca. I have some somewhere else in my garden. It's like half this height. And I don't know why the stuff over there is smaller than this stuff, but I thought it would only get like knee high. Again, it's past my waist. It's over 3 feet tall. It's hiding. I have some beautiful, beautiful sedums back here. This is the Fire Joy sedums. I love them, but you can't see them. So I was thinking I could transplant the Goldstrom Rebecca over here where the salvia is. And so like this whole drift, salvia, 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 salvia. Transplant that over there. Transplant the salvia over here, and then one that would break it up, because I have a bleeding hearts heliopsis back behind there, and it's very similar. So I think by separating the Goldstrom Rebecca over there, it will work. I'm just trying to think height wise, because the Goldstrom Rebecca is a little bit taller than the turtle head. So I think you'll still be able to see it, but it'll be a step down. So that's a big thing. I just want to make sure I have an evening rose, hardy hibiscus. I don't want to hide, so I just have to make sure the Rebecca won't hide it. Maybe I just won't plant it right in front. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for this bed. That's what I'm thinking, but gosh, I sure do love it. Sure do love it. Trying to think if there's anything in this bed that I want to change. I don't really think so. Oh, I didn't realize I got more blooms. Lady of Shalott Rose. Okay, so this is my other Goldstrom Rebecca, and it stays much smaller. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's probably a good 10 inches shorter than the other one. This is how big I thought the other one was gonna get. This also doesn't get quite as much sun, which could be probably the cause of not as tall. Right here, I want to change this. This is a silver mound. They look awesome in my rock gardens. They look terrible in the actual landscape. And you guys, excuse the grass. I have weeds everywhere. I'm doing the best I can. I've been so busy lately. So busy. So my plan would be to move that into one of my rock gardens. I have some boxwood basil, which is really starting to look pretty now. Story behind this, I started them by seed. I did not plant them out when I should have. So they just didn't get a fair start at life. So I would like to try this again because I think it would look really pretty to have a hedge of boxwood basil. And I just need to plant it out properly. But it's really starting to look pretty now. So that's what I need to do next year. Get my act together and get it in the ground sooner. I think that's really the only thing I'd change in this bed. Yeah. All right, down here is a relatively new bed. The wheelbarrow's there to prop the lily up, and then back there we put hay bales and then cover it with a tarp to feed our horse. We have more hay, we just need to transfer it over there. Yeah, I was also thinking of putting some Echinopsis back here and having the hydrangea kind of hide it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens back there. In theory, that forsythia will fill in like up to here. So I just need to keep that in mind, that will get big. Okay, couple of things here in these beds. This is off my garage. Really, this looks like a really pretty cottage garden vibe to me. This Russian sage goes a little bit crazy every year. I love Russian sage here. I think I would like to move this stuff somewhere else though, probably along the driveway with the heliopsis. It'll just kind of be like a crazy heliopsis, Russian sage, Echinopsis. They can all kind of grow and mingle together. Here, like I said, I still want Russian sage here, but I think I would like to plant like a denim and lace Russian sage or something that stays a little bit more tight, a little bit more compact, because this just flops over every year. Every year it flops. If you have any hints besides just transplanting it to somewhere else, let me know. Like, am I supposed to cut it back halfway throughout the year? I don't know. So I want to swap that out. And then I also have a Virginia, something something Virginia. I can't remember. It's done really well this year, better than most years because we've had so much rain and cooler temperatures this year, but I would like to transplant this somewhere else that gets a little bit more shade because this gets sun all day long and it's planted in pretty sandy soil, so it just kind of suffers. So I would like to transplant that. Again, just another reminder, imagine the heliopsis back there mixed with the Echinopsis, so it'd be that bright like cobalt blue with the yellow and maybe some of the taller Russian sage. I think that'd be really pretty. We'll see though. All right, you guys, that is it. That's everything that I want to change for next year, 2026 growing season. That's crazy. This year has gone so fast. Oh my gosh. The plans I had to get done this year, the plans I had, that's okay. Had to just go with the flow sometimes. It's fine. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day and I'll see you next time. And also, if you're wanting to do something like this as well, take a video, take notes, take pictures, start a file in your phone, a new album, say 2026 growing season plans, and then that way you won't forget. Because over the long winter, I live in Minnesota, we have an insane long winter. Sometimes I forget what I wanted to do. So I hope you guys have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.